Have you ever stopped to think about what would happen if humanity managed to travel faster than light? This is one of the most controversial and fascinating ideas in modern physics. After all, according to Einstein's theory of relativity, nothing in the universe can surpass the speed of light. But what if we are wrong? What if science finds a way to break this seemingly insurmountable barrier? Imagine being able to leave Earth and reach another galaxy in just a few minutes. What would that mean for space exploration, for the future of humanity, and even for our understanding of time and space? Would we be able to colonize distant planets, find other forms of intelligent life, or even change the way we understand reality itself? But at the same time, even more unsettling questions arise. Could traveling faster than light allow us to go back in time? Would this create dangerous paradoxes, such as meeting yourself in the past or preventing events that have already occurred? Would we be ready to handle this power, or would it open the door to unpredictable chaos in the very fabric of the universe? After all, what would happen to the human body when crossing that frontier? Would our bodies withstand such a journey, or would we be challenging limits that could destroy matter itself? And you, do you believe that traveling faster than light is just a science fiction dream or an inevitable future for our species? If one day we managed to travel faster than light, the first great revolution would be scientific. Current physics would have to be rewritten. That's because, according to the laws we know, upon reaching the speed of light, an object's mass would become infinite and time would practically stop. But what if we found a way to get around this limitation? It would be one of the greatest paradigm shifts in the history of humanity. Some scientists already speculate about solutions, such as so-called warp drives or even the manipulation of wormholes. The idea wouldn't be to go faster in the usual sense, but to bend space-time, shortening the distance between two distant points in the universe. It seems impossible, but could future technology turn this fiction into reality? Now, think about the technological impact: ships capable of crossing galaxies in a matter of minutes, instant communication between distant civilizations, and even the possibility of escaping global threats here on Earth by finding refuge on other worlds. But would we master this technology responsibly, or would it become a weapon in the wrong hands? And more, how would the human body function at such extreme speeds? Would we need to modify our biology or create highly advanced protection systems to withstand the journey? After all, would it be humans traveling through space, or just machines exploring on our behalf? What do you think? Would humanity truly have the maturity to handle this scientific leap? Or would we be playing with forces that could spiral out of our control? If humanity conquered the ability to travel faster than light, the consequences would not be limited only to science and technology. This discovery would directly affect the way we live in society, how governments are organized, and even the deepest values of human philosophy. First, think about the social aspect. What would it be like to live in a world where exploring other galaxies became reality? This could unite peoples around a common goal, the exploration of the universe, or it could deepen inequalities even further. After all, who would have access to the first journeys? Only the richest countries or large private corporations. And would the rest of humanity be left behind, looking at the sky as mere spectators? In the political field, the challenge would be enormous. Who would have authority over interstellar travel? Would a kind of space government be created to regulate the use of this technology? And if different nations competed for habitable planets, would we face a new space race or even interplanetary conflicts? Now, think about the philosophical impact. If we could reach civilizations in other parts of the universe, how would that change our view of ourselves? Would we continue to believe we are special, or realize we are just a small part of something much greater? What would happen to religions, beliefs, and values that have supported human society for millennia? And you? Do you believe humanity would use this achievement to unite and prosper, or would we turn space into a new field of dispute, power, and inequality? When we think about a future where humanity travels faster than light, multiple scenarios arise, some full of hope, others filled with risks. In the most optimistic scenario, this achievement would allow us to explore distant galaxies, find new habitable planets, and ensure the survival of the human species beyond Earth. Congested streets, conflicts over resources, and even environmental crises could become part of the past. since there would be an entire universe of possibilities ahead of us. Imagine human colonies in different star systems, connected by interstellar routes, living in harmony and prospering thanks to the union of science and cooperation. But there is also an intermediate scenario. Perhaps faster-than-light travel would only be accessible to an elite, powerful governments or private corporations. In that case, space could become a new territory for economic exploitation, where a few control resources and many remain stuck on Earth. This would widen inequalities, creating an even deeper divide between those who dominate the cosmos and those confined to our planet. And of course, we must consider the worst-case scenario: chaos. Without regulation or global cooperation, faster-than-light travel could lead to interplanetary conflicts, disputes over territories, and even threaten the very existence of humanity. Furthermore, as we venture into the universe, we could awaken advanced civilizations, and would we be ready to handle an encounter that might not be friendly? In the end, everything depends on how we use this technology. Will we be wise enough to turn it into an evolutionary leap, or will we turn it into yet another instrument of power, inequality, and destruction? And you? Do you believe that traveling faster than light will be the key to humanity's survival, or just the beginning of new cosmic dangers?